Welcome back to The Real Deal on MPD with Myra. Look, today we're going to get into the fascinating world of the narcissist and their belief that they own you. Now, we know that they love themselves a little bit too much. They also have a bizarre notion that everything and everybody belongs to them. Now, isn't that something? They believe that everything and everybody belongs to them. We know they want control. They want power. We know they crave the spotlight and they want to be the center of attention at all times. They want all eyes on them and only on them. So they see people as their own personal possessions. No, you're not an independent being. Not with thoughts and feelings. Yeah, for them, it's like collecting trophies, except we're not talking about sports trophies. We're actually talking about human beings. We know they have an inflated sense of self-importance. They are important, they're so important. They're more important than you. They're more important than me and everybody. So they believe they are superior to everybody else. And so they need to have control over us inferior subjects. And in case you're wondering, that's you and me. It's almost like they have this little tiny empire in their little minds. Where they're sitting on a golden throne, calling all the shots over your life. Yeah. They feed off admiration. They want to be admired. They want to be adored. They want to be validated. And they need all of that to maintain their fragile self-esteem. And what better way to feel important than make other people believe that they're nothing more than possessions? Little peons in their world. It's like having an army of loyal followers who exist solely to worship and serve them. It's a little bit twisted, but there's a lot of weird things going on in that narcissistic mind. So look, they're afraid of shame, and they'll do everything possible to avoid shame. That's why they don't accept their faults. Yeah, they won't accept any mistakes, so that's why they blame you. When you're like, well, I didn't do anything. Somehow you're to blame. Yes, you are. And they're going to paint you as being worthless, paint you as being disgusting, defective, and not good enough. I ask them to take a look in the mirror before they start saying some of that kind of stuff about other people. But this is the stage in the narcissistic cycle of abuse when they begin to devalue you by putting you down and, giving you those backhanded compliments, that they say are just jokes. The narcissist sees you as an extension of themselves. You are an object, nothing more. They don't respect you. They don't respect your boundaries. The narcissist is there to take your energy. Look up energy harvesting. They want to take all your resources, your success, your status, anything you have. They want. Eventually, they're going to start to devalue and degrade you, to tell you that you're not good enough for them and that you can't do anything right. Again, I say narcissists, take a look in the mirror before you start judging anybody else. So at this point, deep down, they believe they're not good enough for you. They do believe that, but they're not going to let you know that. And they don't want to focus on that. They believe they're not good enough for you. They are envious of you and all the qualities, all the talents, all the traits that you possess. But they're not going to acknowledge your positive qualities. They're not going to say you're good at that. It triggers them. So what they do is treat you with contempt and act like you're worthless and beneath them, all because they don't want to admit that you have some positive things going on. So what they'll do is they'll keep you around to devalue and degrade you because it helps them lift their own self-esteem. So if you confront them about the way they're treating you, it's going to trigger their shame. And so they fear that you're going to leave them. So again, they don't see you as anything more than an object, and that you exist to serve them and only them. They don't want your talents, your time being spent on anybody else. It needs to be spent on them. So when you, the object, isn't meeting their needs, they will have no more use for you. So look, this narcissist does recognize your value, but they don't appreciate it. They take it for granted. They see you as a valuable object, but you're just an object. You're an object, not a human being. So the more time you spend with this narcissist, the more your value will decrease, like a car when you drive it off the lot. At first, it's all that. But when it's around for a little while, the value depreciates. So then they discard you like a little piece of trash. Just act like they need to get rid of you. And so they'll discard you as if you never meant anything to them. It doesn't matter how long you were together. It doesn't matter if you were married. It doesn't matter whether you have children. It doesn't matter if you're their brother, their sister, their mother, whomever it may be. That narcissist is ready to discard you. So one day, the narcissist will leave you as though you never meant anything to them. And this is because they had no real attachment to you or to anybody. They're not emotionally mature. When we were children and we were doing, we were growing emotionally, they were not. Okay. So they're not mature enough to be able to have that emotion for you. So again, this person doesn't miss you because they see you as an object. So what they might miss is the benefit that you provided for them in the way that you made them feel. Whether you gave them unconditional love, well, they'll miss that because they most likely won't get it anywhere else. They'll miss the money, the resources, whatever it is you provided for them. But they can find somebody else to provide for them and regulate their self-esteem and their emotions. But there are no real feelings involved, only an illusion or a simulation of feelings. So sometimes it does seem real, but these narcissists lie. They lie to you, they lie to themselves, and they're excellent actors. They act as if they are in love. That's acting. Academy Award winning acting. Seems like they love you one day and the next day, then they're gone. Narcissists are not capable of experiencing emotions, any real connections or love. They feed off your energy. And your emotional reactions. That's how, they're there for that and to take your resources. So you're always going to give more value to them than they give to you. There's never going to be an equal give and take in a narcissistic relationship, whether it's love or family or whatever the situation may be. So you end up feeling drained and lifeless at the end of the relationship because you've given and given and given, but nothing is ever going to be good enough because they have a huge void within them that can never, ever be filled. This is why they will constantly change jobs, job to job to job to job, location to location, relationship to relationship, bed to bed. They're always seeking attention and admiration. It will never be enough. They can have 10 people they're messing around with. None of that will ever be enough. They don't see you as a human being. They see you as an object. This is how they can leave you, as though you never existed or meant anything to them, because they see you as replaceable. They can get another one of you by tomorrow. And they can. Yes, they can. The belief of the narcissist is that you're their property, and that stems from their need for control and power. They view other people as extensions of themselves, mere objects to be owned and manipulated. This is a distorted perception of relationships, and this is central. It's a central characteristic to people who have NPD, and it can have devastating effects on those people who have entanglements with narcissists. So the next time you come across a narcissist who treats you like property, take a step back and you put a smile on your face and you remember that you are free, you are independent, and you are an individual, and you have the power to break free from their clutches and live your best life. Don't you let anybody dim your shine or make you feel like you're just a piece of their collection. Embrace your unique self, keep spreading joy wherever you go, and you go and live a happy life. To learn more about this topic and to engage in a conversation with our community, we encourage you to like, subscribe, and comment on our content, because together we can shed light on this destructive behavior and support those who have been affected by it.